Farmer capacitation is not just limited to technical know-how or equipping our farmers with technical knowledge in support of whatever enterprise they will be seeking to undertake. You would find that when we speak of farmer capacitation, it includes availing resources, availing inputs, making them accessible to the farming community, which is the case today, where we are looking at reliability, also looking at efficiency in line with supplying our farming community with the requisite resources that enable them to undertake various enterprises. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for tuning into yet another informative edition. This is Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness, in support of Vision 2030, where we speak everything agriculture. Now, the 2025-2026 cropping season is upon us, and we are going to be looking at ways in which a Zimbabwean farmer can be capacitated to undertake any cropping venture, even a bit of livestock, with regards to fertilizers, chemicals, as well as knowledge, as well as technical support to ensure that there is lucrativeness and sustainability in their ventures. Stay tuned. At this point in time, I have taken the liberty of inviting Munyara Zimulambo. He is the Sales and Marketing Executive, Sunray, Zimbabwe, where he is working in the farming community to ensure that there is accessibility to inputs as well as technical support. Today, we are coming to you from Mashonaland East, Marondera to be specific, and I'm going to be interacting with Munya, looking at the strategies and the resources and the products that they have in place to ensure that the Zimbabwean farmer is well equipped. Munya, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Wadza.
Yes. As we get into this discussion, Munya, a brief synopsis, a background, you go to organization, Yakamira say, what are your activities? What are your strategies? How are you ensuring that no one is left behind? Given that the name of our program is Agribusiness in support of Vision 2030, no farmer should be left behind. The smallholder farmers, the large-scale commercial farmers. What is it like? What are your activities? What are you into? A brief background.
All right. So Sunray is a fertilizer manufacturing and distributing company in Zimbabwe. We have been into operation since 2020, so this is our 5th year.
Okay.
So ma fertilizers tunoita ma fertilizers top dressing aunongoziwa, that is your urea, your ammonium nitrate. Tunoita zvekare ma blends, anonzi ma blends, that is your D blend, your C blend, dzinoshandiswa kufodya, your high C, your S blend. Your S tine manufacturing plant that is in Workington, rino blend ma fertilizers iwawo. Tinoita zvekare anonzi ma specialized fertilizers. Apa tikutarisira aya anowanzoshandiswa ku horticulture sterilic akaita sana calcium nitrate nana potassium nitrate. Nemamwe akasiyana siyana. Saka chigame che fertilizers takachimaster achisi chinyowani kwatiri. We've been into operation since 2020, as I said, and the farmers have relied on our fertilizers. We are getting good feedback from the farming community in terms of effectiveness of our fertilizers. Now,
Munya, looking at issues surrounding ensuring that you are involving everyone and capacitating every farmer in Zimbabwe, I would like us to look at issues surrounding your partnerships, either with other merchants, either with other organizations who are either into agrochemicals, fertilizers, plant nutrition, plant protection, as well as your distribution. Zimbabwe is an agro-based economy where well over 67% makes a living off of agricultural enterprises. How are you ensuring that you are satisfying your clientele who are the farmers in Zimbabwe?
Thank you so much, Wadza. So ku Sunray tinokoshesa murimi ari pakati pezvinhu zvese zvatinoita. So tikufamba nedingitira rekuti mutsigiri weurudza. So in terms of our strategy, takavhura ma branches so that we are near the farmer. So far we now have 13 branches across the nation. Pano pa Marondera ndo rimwe rema branches ekutanga ratakavhura. We also have a branch in Rusape, we have a branch in Marondera, we have a branch in Murewa, we have a branch in Harare, tine matatu. We have a branch in Karoi, we have a branch in Bucket, Chinoi, Mvurwi, Bindura, Chiredzi and Bulawayo. Saka tikuda kuve padhuze nemurimi kuti murimi akwanise kuaccessa ma fertilizers edu. Zvekare nemamwe ma inputs atisi kutengesa ma fertilizers chete. We have got into partnership with several other players in the agro space. Varimo mashopu edu. Saka tirikungokurudzira ma farmers edu kuti visitai ma Sunray Farmers Center ari pedyo nemi muwane zvikwanisiro zvenyu zvekurima apo takupinda mumwaka wemvura.
Okay, now Munya, just standing in here, you can hear the rumbling of the thunder, and you can tell that the rains are upon us. Here in Marondera, we are also expecting and experiencing a bit of some showers, which speaks to that the fact that farmers should be putting everything in place to ensure that they are going to the field. Yes. And you are moving with a theme where you are saying, Mutsigiriwe Urudza, meaning you are supporting those successful farmers. Yes. You want to capacitate and equip them so that they remain in business. Speaking of that, maybe just your sentiments, sharing what could have inspired or motivated your theme to ensure that the Zimbabwean farmers are being motivated as they undertake this season.
Alright, chimwe chezvinhu chatakaona wadza chiri kuitika ndechekuti mumarket especially inputs muri kuitika zvinhu zvakawanda. One of the things being the proliferation of fake product. Yes, fake product yawandisa makoronyera especially kuma fertilizers. Akusi kuma fertilizers yet but kuma inputs ese. So isusu by getting close to the farmer toda kuti murimi wese awane value for his money. Varimi ngavasabirwe ndo zvatiri kutaura kuti varimi musabirwe nemakoronyera. Shanyirai reputable suppliers akaita kunge isusu in terms of fertilizers, Sunray, uyai because you can track back kana ikange isina kukuitira zvakanaka. You can always come back to us. We can always discuss kuti chichingange chaitika. We have got confidence in our fertilizers. We've got confidence in our manufacturing processes. Saka tungoti kwe padhuze nemurimi kuita kuti murimi akwanise kuwana zvikwanisiro zvemhando yepamusoro-soro.
Munya, you spoke of working with various farmers into different cropping enterprises. But at this point in time, I want us to zero in on tobacco farmers. If a tobacco farmer is to walk into this Marondera branch in Mashonaland East, what can they expect from what you have to ensure that they are in business, they are successful, they will go all the way to the bank smiling? What can a tobacco farmer, a Zimbabwean tobacco farmer in Mashonaland East, in Bromley, in Melfort expect when they visit you guys?
Alright, Mashonaland East takatogadzirira because toziva kuti it's a farming community and is big on tobacco as well. So pama lines edu fertilizer tinawo, we've got the C blend that is your 5, 15, 12 inoshandiswa nevarimi in their production, but we also have the high C that is 6, 28, 23. Iyo ndio yema commercial farmers. It's used at a commercial level where well stocked as you can see kumashure kwako kuti nawo makoma yo fertilizer yo, but atisukutaurisa zvema tobacco farmers yet tikutaurisa kuti kune mamwe farmers are into maize production as well. Your normal 714-7D iripo, your top dressing ammonium nitrate pa Sunray farmer senda Marondera iperi. So if a farmer walks in the year anofana kubva anything chaari kuda in terms of their fertilizers, in terms of their chemicals as well.
Thank you so much, Munya, for that. On that note, viewers, we've come to the end of the first segment. We're going to go on a short commercial break. We'll be right back with this and more in the second segment. Thank you, farmers, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness, in support of Vision 2030, where we are speaking of leaving no one and no place behind. Speaking of inputs accessibility, where can farmers go to purchase inputs from reputable organizations, inputs that have gone through testing through various laboratories and have been approved by the government of Zimbabwe. Now, viewers, encourage you to be a part of these conversations. Feel free to get in touch with the producer, Wadzanai Manyore, 0772807506. Alternatively, you can like our Facebook page, Agribusiness with Wadzanai. Make a follow-up on this episode and more, and leave your comments and suggestions. They are most welcome to us. Our YouTube channel is Agribusiness with Wadzanai. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we have a thriving, growing community. It's at Agribusiness 110. On LinkedIn, we have various discussions taking place and updates. Our profile there is at Wadzanai Manyore. Now, earlier on from the break, Munya was enlightening us on how they are catering for the Mashonaland East community in line with tobacco production and a bit of cereals production, where he is saying that they have made put strategies in place to ensure that they are catering for the tobacco farmers here in Marondera as well as Bromley, Melfort, etc. Munya, we are here in the second segment. Yes. Welcome back.
Thank you, Wadzanai.
Speaking of partnering with the government of Zimbabwe, I know that if you look at SDG number 17, it speaks of public-private partnerships for sustainability, for longevity. Zimbabwe is an agro-based economy, and you would find that most of our strategies within the economy are anchored on agricultural activities. The entire value chain does speak to the GDP of our country. Now, supporting the government's vision, where we speak of food security, production, productivity, enhancing our ways and strategies to make sure that farmers are sustaining their livelihoods. What is your strategy? How are you partnering with the government of Zimbabwe, supporting the food security issues, import imbalance, export growth? As an organization, what do you have in store?
Thank you, Wadzanai. Sunray, we are firmly behind Vision 2030 being driven by His Excellency, the President E.D. Mnangagwa. Food security is only possible kana farmers achinga apiwa high quality inputs. That is where we come in by providing high quality inputs at fair prices. Ukatasa ma prices yedu pa unopinda mu ma Sunray Farmers Center chaona uti comparing with others, we are doing pretty well. Yes, saka tukuti ma farmers ese anoda value for their money, please visit our Sunray Farmers Centers. Number 2, kana uchinga watenga ma quality inputs, the quality of your output is going to be also high.
Exactly.
Second, our role there, be it in tobacco or in maize production or in horticulture production, tungo anika chingo pawarimi ma fertilizers. Now,
looking at Mashonaland East Munya, you'd find that in areas such as Mutoko, Bora, Murewa, there, we have a lot of horticultural farmers. We have irrigation schemes there, Chitora, Gwirani and Zara, where there is huge concentration of horticultural farmers. In line with supporting the horticultural recovery plan as an organization, what can a horticulture farmer expect, or someone who's looking to invest in horticultural activities? What can they expect whilst interacting with you guys?
All right, thank you, Wadza. It's true that kuti nekufamba kwenguwa ndabota tine 13 branches paipai, but we are not going to stop there. We want to be near the farmer. So mchaona kuti patukufamba mnana mutoko mawataura ma irrigation schemes. Tichange tichiseta something whereby a farmer can access my inputs quite easily at fair prices paduze now. Program yedu yema Sunray Farmers aisugumira pa 13. We plan to open more in the coming year and in the coming years, so that the farmer benefits closely from what we are offering as a company.
Now, Munya, with the rains that are upon us, farmers normally have instances where the crops are competing with weeds, weed infestation, insect pests and diseases, also fungal infections. You know that when rainfall comes, even in potato production, in tobacco, you start to wrestle with fungal infections. Looking at some of the chemicals that you have that are in line with the rainy season, be it fungicides, be it control of insect pests, cutting and chewing, what do you have in store in line with those chemicals that support production and productivity?
Sunray Farmers Centers are a one-stop shop. So we've brought in like-minded suppliers who also avail quality inputs on their side kutuwabatsire varimi vedu. So uchaona kuti ma suppliers akasiyana tinana Avgast anana Polarchem, they've actually installed ma agronomists mashop edu as their sales agronomists or sales merchandisers kuti vange vachibatsira varimi. So if you walk into a Sunray Farmers Center, you are likely to come across a sales agronomist from a chemical company achanga achikubatsira ine ma problems amunenge muinawo, be it ma weeds, my recommendations in terms of application rates, chemicals and so forth. Those are true consequences of our remis.
When farmers come and converge, say there is a field day where various stakeholders are coming in, we have seed houses, other fertilizer organizations, we have the agri-text through the Department of Agri-Education, we have extension officers. When farmers converge, either a tobacco field day, a cereals crop field day, normally as your organization, what will you be doing? What can farmers expect from interacting with you guys on the ground where there are field days? I know that in Zimbabwe, field days are a tradition where we have different companies and organizations coming together to equip Zimbabwean farmers. When interacting with you guys, what can farmers expect when you are attending field days?
All right, thank you, Wadza. So what we did is Sunray, there is an information gap in terms of fertilizer usage. So we developed what are called crop guides. Crop guides edu per crop atuku get chipama farmers. So for example, on a maize crop guide, uchaona kuti inenge ichitora murimi on a step by step in terms of which fertilizer to apply and at what stage. For example, tutaura kuti kana uchirima chibage chako you are expected kudyara ne-D, then after 3 or 4 weeks also topa. Saka tine ma-crop guides ari kukata across the whole spectrum ye-production, ye-crop production atakaita. Iwa ari kuwanikwa patunge tiri pama-field days edu tiri kupa varimi those crop guides to help them in their farming business.
In line with import substitution, whereby the government of Zimbabwe is spending a bit of money trying to import soya beans into the country, and yet we have a conducive environment which supports proper production of soya beans. We have fertile soils even here in Mashonaland East. I know that the Grain Marketing Board here often receives a good number of soya beans. Looking at soya bean farmers, what are your plans or your strategies or the products that you have in place, either chemicals, fertilizers, what can they expect from approaching you guys?
All right. So Sunray tine 3 different blends de soya in terms of fertilizer. Satrukuti isusu sekutanga Sunray we encourage science-based farming. Tunoda kuti varimi vange vari informed in terms of fertilizer usage based on what their soil results are. So unokwanisa kuuya kwatiri nema-soil results ako tukutaura in terms of soya yauri kutaura, then we interpret in terms of only fertilizer that's needed specific to those soil results, and we give you a recommendation or a plan of fertilizer application. If in chemical application as well, we can give a recommendation on that. Thank
you so much, Munya. When we were discussing, you spoke to the cereal producers, to the tobacco producers, as well as soybean producers here in Mashonaland East, in Marondera to be specific. Thank you so much for that. On that note, viewers, have come to the end of the second segment. We're going to go on a short commercial break, but right back with this and more in the third and final segment. Stay tuned. Thank you, farmers, for staying tuned to Agricultural New Directions, Agribusiness, in support of Vision 2030. If you are looking to invest in the 2025-2026 cropping season, this is your opportunity. We are looking at fertilizers, crop nutrition, crop protection, and technical support from those who are providing us with inputs, accessibility to inputs throughout the different geographical locations of Zimbabwe. Today, we are coming to you from Mashonaland East in Marondera, and I am talking to Munyara Zimlambo here, the Sales and Marketing Executive with Sunray. Munya, we are here in the third and final segment. Welcome back.
Thank you, Waza.
Speaking of confidence building, the strategies that you have put in place to ensure that our farmers are not being shortchanged. At times, farmers end up cutting corners, trying to save, but they will be shooting themselves in the foot. But you are coming, calling to our Zimbabwean farmers to purchase their resources or their means of production from reputable organizations. Yes. What do you have in place?
All right. So earlier on, I spoke about the crop guides at Gadzira. My farmers can walk into a Sunray Farmers Center and get one and use one for free. But we also have gone an extra step further to demonstrate confidence in our product. So you would see kuti paunopinda mu Sunray Farmers Center, chaona mune scale irimo. One of the things that takaona zviri kuitika ndezvekuti the farmers are being duped in terms of my weights a product and zvadachambotaura value for money farmers are kubirwa. So isusu we have to demonstrate our confidence in our product, takaisa ma scales in each shop yedu ekuti a farmer is free to weigh bag rake paanenge achingatenga achibuda. Ukaona risiri 50 kg, ukaona risiri 50 kg semurimi tinotisiya bag iroro.
Muri sadzikise
hatiri sadzikise kazhinji kacho rinenge risiri redu. We are too confident on our product like that. So we are saying my farmers, make use of that facility from us ekuti muwane value for your money. Bag renyu ramunotenga rinofanira kana iri 50 kg isusu kuSunray tinoti zvakanyorwa mubag ndo zvirimo mukati.
Now, Munya, looking at your working relationship with either tobacco contractors, merchants, as well as agro-dealers, how are you supporting them? What is the kind of the nature of your relationship with such organizations, where we also have walk-in farmers, but at the same time we have contractors who are coming to purchase from you guys in bulk to satisfy their production schedules with their farming community, with either tobacco farmers, either soybean farmers, wheat farmers, etc. What is the nature of your relationships with agro-dealers as well as tobacco contractors or merchants?
All right, thank you, Wadzanai. So when we got into Marondera, we realized that the cake is too big. We can't satisfy it ourselves. So to know our pricing system, in it cater for the walk-in farmer as well as agro dealer. So if you're an agro dealer, that is we have a price for you. So to encourage my agro dealers, there's a price, a good price for them that will allow them to also resell. We are working with contractors like Siana, and a premium leaf is one of our contractor, a true supplier this year. Siana, a true supporter in terms of fertilizers, tobacco, that is your high C. We are working also on tobacco contractors this year, and our POs they are in our books as well. We supply them with high C for their commercial farmers as well as their smallholder farmers, as well as ammonium nitrate. So we are working hand in hand in contractors
Thank you so much, Munya, for taking time off of your busy schedule and coming to interact with us here on Agribusiness in support of Vision 2030. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you so much, Wazanai.
Mashonaland East Province has a various range of activities where we speak of cropping, livestock, be it cereals, tobacco, etc. And as such, you would find that there are organizations such as Sunray which have taken the liberty to ensure that they are catering for the farming community within Mashonaland East. From me, your host, Wadzanai Manyore, I'm also on Instagram, is at Wadzi110, and the crew behind the scenes. Have yourselves a fabulous evening. Thank you for watching.